after the break. Do you like paintball? Well, how about you try Airsoft? Find out more next. Welcome back. Now, do you like paintball? Well, how about you try something a little bit softer but a lot more tactical? What am I talking about? Airsoft. And here to tell me all about it is Ruben Allett. Welcome to the show, Ruben.
Cheers.
Airsoft. I've never heard about this before. What exactly is it?
Okay, Airsoft is tactical wargaming done in a few different styles. Primary one being skirmish, which is like a whose line is it anyway type game. It's where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. And it's just a lot faster, a lot more fun. There's also MILSIM, which stands for military simulation, where you'll find the objectives are a lot more in depth. There's a lot more preparation. There's also small amounts of role play behind it, and things are on a larger scale. And people like to think they're in the real war zone when they're doing the MILSIMs, and that's the reason why we have the skirmish type games. But in any case, we do use replica firearms that fire little 6mm diameter plastic pellets. They don't do any real damage, but they do fire at a velocity between about 70 to 180 metres per second, and that's about 240 to 600 feet per second.
Yeah, and they don't do a lot of damage.
No. I mean, we wouldn't play it if it did heaps of damage, but it's compulsory to wear eye protection. But we generally like give new players full face masks. I mean, they'll just leave little welts.
Yeah. What about full body kit with all the pads and protection?
Not necessary. I mean, sometimes I just run around in a t-shirt and shorts. A lot of other members do that as well, especially in summer. But it is a good idea to wear like long sleeve shirts and all that, just so you don't get all the spots on your arms.
Yeah, I think when you brought this in, this is a replica gun. It looks so real, and when I actually held it before, and it's really heavy. Yeah,
you'll find the airsoft guns, they're much more realistic than say any other sport that involves this type of thing, like paintball. They, like this one for example, works on electrics. It just has a battery housing in the handguard here. And it's a pretty complex piece of engineering, but it's simple to the person that works with it and understands it. And like this one for example will shoot at a velocity of about 300 feet per second. And we'll run around all day with these and have heaps of fun. This is the same type of model that you'll actually get to use if you come out and hire a gun with us.
Yeah, and give it a go. So it is different than paintball, because paintball actually really hurts, and you can actually see when a person's been hit. What happens here? I mean, because people could lie and say that they haven't been hit.
We've got a really good system for that. It's called the loyalty, not the loyalty system, it's called the honesty system. Now the honesty system is if you get hit in a game of airsoft, you declare it. Now, you do that by either putting your hand up in the air, your gun, or what we have a kill rag. It's just a bright red like flag, just so you and you also call out hit as loudly as you can, just so everybody knows. Now, if you don't do that, chances are you're going to keep getting shot. So
you're going to get hammered, aren't you? Really?
Yeah. So you'll find people won't just fire one shot. When they find someone, they'll fire a couple. Just so they let them know.
You've gotten hit, pull out your rag and say you've been hit. Why would people do airsoft rather than paintball?
Well, you don't get hurt as much for starters. You'll get big bruises and welts in paintball, whereas you just get little stings when you get hit with a BB from airsoft. The pain dissipates within about 30 seconds. It's not hardcore. It's not going to leave any giant marks or anything like that. It's nice and easy. It's also a lot cheaper. You'll find if you want to buy, say, 2,000 paintballs, it'll cost you about $75. If you want to buy 3,000 BBs to use in an airsoft gun, about $15.
Really? Gosh, that's a huge difference.
Huge difference. Also, the maintenance cost on these airsoft guns, a lot cheaper. You do have the more expensive approach, which is gas. You have to keep filling up the mags with either propane or green gas. You have to replace O-rings. It's expensive, but for the electrics, all you've got to do is charge a battery, spray a bit of silicone oil down the barrel and in the mag well.
And off you go. Get out there.
Yeah.
So who actually does airsoft?
Nerds, mainly. People that are military enthusiasts, people that love to play video games and want to get out there and take it to the next level, I suppose. We want to appeal to, like, say, older people, because they have the money to afford all the equipment and come out and play, and we have a lot more fun with them. We do have kids that come out onto the field as well. They love it just as much, and they shoot us just as well, if not better, than some of the older guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're wanting to encourage married couples to come out, maybe?
Oh yeah,
Isn't
married
that
couples.
fantastic? Like on the field there, you know, they're both doing their whole domestic battle on the field. I think it would be fantastic. You can get your husband back for not doing the dishes.
It is. My girlfriend shoots me all the time. I don't know. I'm nice to her, but I don't know. She might have her reasons.
Yeah, I mean, as I understand, you're the one that brought her airsoft gun and she
Yeah.
got her involved.
Yeah, I'm the one that took her along. It was our second date, and she just fell in love with it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
girls are getting involved.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. There's different, I mean, in the Waikato as well as in the Bay of Plenty, you've got 2 different clubs. How well is membership going? Are you needing more people?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are needing as many people as we can get because we're heading into summer now. The weather's going to get a lot nicer for us. We want to boost membership as best we can and get as many people out into the airsoft field because over the past, say, 3 or 4 years, airsoft has grown quite substantially, especially up in Auckland. There's a couple of clubs now. There's one in particular that's got over 100 members and they play on 30 hectares of land. They've got this large private area that's dedicated for airsoft.
Yeah.
There's a lot more companies popping up now supplying airsoft gear, but in terms of our club, we did a open evening just the other day, gathered some interest. We also had a follow-up game that same weekend. We had about 10 or 12 new people show up wanting to try the sport for the first time, and I think we really got to them.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Because you do meet on a Sunday, don't you?
Yes. We're going to start orientating between Sunday and Saturday games and also changing things around a bit. So, like me, for example, when I first started, I was actually working Sundays, so I couldn't come out and play. But we're changing things around a bit so we can appeal to a lot more people.
Fantastic. I might give it a go. Bring my husband along. It'll be great. So if people want to get involved, you have got a website, haven't you?
Yes, it's taurangaairsoftclub.co.nz. And if you're based in the Waikato region, there's a Hamilton Airsoft group. Their website's just simply hamiltonairsoft.co.nz.
Fantastic, Ruben. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
Ruben, there we're taking a look at airsoft. If you do want to get involved, the Tauranga website is taurangaairsoftclub.co.nz and Hamilton is taurangaairsoft.co.nz. Right, coming up after the break, we're talking to our local fashion stylist about what she thought of Fashion Month.